On my recent visit to Yale, Oklahoma, I was thrilled to get to stop by the former home of Jim Thorpe. You may have heard of him, or you may not be quite sure who he was, so I will try my best to explain his story. James Francis Thorpe, Sac and Fox Indian name Watha-Hug, meaning bright path, born May 22, 1887, south of present-day Prague. Attended Haskell Indian School, Kansas, and Carlisle Institute, Pennsylvania, where he excelled in football and track. At 1912 Olympics, Thorpe won the decathlon and pentathlon events. He played Major League Baseball from 1913 to 1919 and professional football from 1915 to 1929. He was the first president of the National Football League and inducted into the Professional Football Hall of Fame. He was voted world's greatest male athlete in the first half of the 20th century by the Associated Press. The pentathlon comprises of 5 different events for each competitor involving fencing, shooting, swimming, riding, and cross-country running. The decathlon was an athletic event taking place over 2 days in which each competitor takes part in the same 10 events: the 100-meter dash, long jump, shot put, high jump, 400-meter dash, 110-meter hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, and 1,500-meter run. What made this even a bigger feat is that someone had stolen Jim's shoes. Jim located 2 mismatched, ill-fitting shoes in the trash to wear in competition. I'm not sure if it is an Olympic rule that you must wear shoes to compete, but I'm pretty sure Jim could have won his gold medals even if he had to do it barefoot. The King of Sweden said to Jim, "You, sir, are the greatest athlete in the world." The U.S. track and field star of Native American ancestry had thrilled the Stockholm crowds with his exploits. Several years later, the International Olympic Committee stripped Thorpe of his medals and struck his marks from the official record after learning that he had violated the rules of amateurism by playing minor league baseball in 1909 to 1910. On January 18, 1983, 30 years after his death, the International Olympic Committee officially reinstated Thorpe's medals from the 1912 Games at an emotional ceremony attended by 2 of his children. In 1917, Jim Thorpe bought the small 2-bedroom home in Yale, Oklahoma, and lived there until 1923 with his wife, Iva Miller, and children. The house was bought by the Oklahoma Historical Society in 1968 and is now listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The house is maintained by the Jim Thorpe Memorial Foundation as a small museum to honor Thorpe and contains related memorabilia and artifacts. This was the only home that Thorpe ever owned. I don't know why it struck me as funny to be standing in the bathroom once utilized by one of the greatest athletes of all times, but it did make me giggle. This was hanging by the sink. Does anybody know what this is for? The oldest known homestead cabin from Payne County sits next to the Thorp Home. The cabin was built in 1876 by Pawnee Rice and later occupied by the William Sherman Tecumseh Kirby family. The cabin has been preserved as a tribute to the pioneer spirit. You can look through the windows or peek through the door. Both buildings are fun to see if you are ever passing through the town of Yale. Behind the cabin, I noticed what appeared to be an old outhouse. This is my face before I look in to see what's in there. Luckily, it was just used for storage. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.